Welcome back to the channel. This is Nicholas from Moralis, and this is episode number 6 of our tutorial series where we are going through how we can make use of the aggregate pipeline when making queries using Moralis. In the previous episode, we considered how we could use the group stage to group items, and in this episode, we're going to consider how we can use sort, skip, and limit. And these steps or stages are often used when you want to implement some kind of filter or pagination functionality. So what I've done in my cloud code here is to remove all previous stages in my pipeline. And let's now query another table. So I am going to query items for sale. You can query whatever table you want. If you haven't followed along with the Moralis demo, that's fine. But as long as you have a table, some table with some rows in it, you should be fine to follow along. I will query this items for sale, and the first one that we have here, the first stage, is the sort. So oftentimes you would want to sort items by a specific column. For example, the price. You could maybe sort on, well, on this table, it only makes sense to sort on the asking price. So let's say that we want to have the cheapest items first. Then we can just take this stage, the sort, and then we copy it to our pipeline. And then we specify what column do we want to sort by. In our case, it's the asking price. And then we say 1 for ascending order and -1 for descending order. And we don't want to sort by the most expensive items first. We want to sort by the cheapest items first. So we do that, and then we save and we make our query. So we save this, and then we call our cloud function. So now we get 100 items back, and they are sorted in the ascending order. So the first one is 1 1 1 1 1 1, and then we have 1 1 1 1, and it's going up. All right. And if we now want less than maybe 100 pages at a time, maybe we only want 20 pages at a time, then we would take the next stage, which is skip and limit. Skip means what it says. You skip over the amount that you specify, and then you take the limit. So you specify how many results do you want in the end returned. So you take the skip, for example, and on page 1, you want to skip 0 because you're on the first page. So you want the first one. So after you've sorted, you skip 0. And then you take the limit. So in our case here, we can say maybe that we want a page size of 20. And then we save. And then we run this. Okay, so now we get a whole lot of errors. And whenever you get these like course policy errors, this means that we've done something wrong in our cloud code. Whenever you get this kind of thing, it means that we've made some mistake in our cloud code. And the mistake that we've done is we haven't placed a comma between each stage. So this is a common problem. So I wanted to show you this. So if we save this again now and run it. So you clear the console, you run it again, and now you get page 1, 20 results, filtered in ascending order on the price. Let's say that you want page 2. Well, then you would say in the cloud function, skip 20 and take 20. But we don't want to hard code this. This would be not so practical. So in the request, we want to have we want to calculate how many we want to skip and how many we want to take. So first of all, we can do a const page size equals request dot parameters dot page size, and then we do const page equals request dot params dot page, and we say -1, because this is 0 index based, and so if the user specifies page 1, we actually want the result to be 0. So that's why we're minusing 1. Okay, so then we calculate how many do we want to skip. So then we take const to skip equals the page size times the page. So on page 1, which is actually page 0 when we do -1, then we do page size, which may be 20 in our case. So 20 times 0 is 0. So we skip 0 on the first page. When the user says page 2, which is in our case page 1, then 1 times 20 will be skip 20. So we will skip the first page. So this will be it. And then we just do to skip, place it here, and then we take the page size. So when we save this, and we go to our code here, we need to include this. This is from the old example. So now we do page 1, and page size is 20, and we run this, we get 20 back, and the first one is 1111111. If we now say that, okay, now we want page 5, run this, then the first item is a lot higher. And if we want maybe to have page 2 with a page size of maybe 50, we can control everything from the client on how much we have. So now we've implemented pagination, and you could do the same with the filtering. You could specify on the client what column that you want to filter by. But I think we've provided enough information for you to figure that out on your own, how to do it. And so this is how you can use the skip and the limit and the sort. So in the next episode, we will just make a quick episode on how you can use the count stage. So if you've liked this short series on how to use the aggregate pipeline, make sure to hit that like button, and see you guys in the next episode.